Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is John, the Bumbling Golfer here. Episode number 13. It's been a while. Last episode I did was on April 28th. I believe that's what it was. I'm looking here. Yeah, April 28th. And I talked about pace of play and golf rangers. Now, first of all, thank you everyone for coming back and listening. I do appreciate it. Little housekeeping here. This episode and future episodes will be brought to you by and presented by Acorn Hills Clothing. Be sure to go to Acorn Hills Clothing. Actually, let me check that. Be sure to go to acornhillsco.com for more information. Pick out yourself some really nice gear. They have polos, they have t-shirts, they have some, obviously some golf wear, they have casual wear, they have some nice hats, and some other things. They have tumblers and all that. So shout out to Nate and Acorn Hills. Um, yeah, if you do go to acornhillsco.com, use the code Bumble15 for 15% off your entire order. And it's a really great company, really great young man, Nate, who has started the company. He's the founder and continues to run it really, really well. So, all right, now on to golf. It's been a while. April 28th. So let's see. I've played a lot of golf since that time. I think that's what's kind of taken up a lot of my time between work and family life and all that other good stuff. I can't believe it's already, as of today, it's July 8th, 2024. And yeah, it just seems like it's not slowing down at all. Pretty big heat wave here on the East Coast, just outside of Philadelphia. Got to play some really fun golf with some friends of mine over the last couple weeks. I've pivoted away from let's just say I'm pivoting away from the competitive side of golf so that I can work on being better at golf. And that's something that's really important to me. I've taken a trip to Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort. That was outstanding. There's 27 holes there. It's an old style, like true blue, red, white, and blue American back in the day, built in 1911, I believe it was. Um, got to go there. Shout out to Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort for having me there. JJ Ostromsky for setting it up. And if anyone has any questions or anything like that, go check out my YouTube channel. I'm starting to put some videos up there now about it. I shot the lowest nine I've ever shot as a golfer. I believe I was two over. After the first nine, there's three courses there. They're red, white, and the blue. I played all three in one day. I played the red and white in the morning for 18, and I played the blue in the evening. And I'll tell you what, I had an absolute blast. I played great golf. It was just me. I recorded all the shots. Well, almost all the shots because I was trying something new with my Osmo Action Cam. So I didn't get all the shots, but I can say with conviction that um, it's a very special place. So you can look it up, look at the history. There's a lot of history as it relates to the Shawnee Inn Golf Resort, but one of the things that I like, I'm not big into history like that. I'm like, I think it's cool history, when they talk about clubs around here. Just there's a lot of famed golf clubs, golf courses here in the Philadelphia region. And I'm not into that. I just want to go hit golf balls. That's really what I want to do. I want to go play. I want to see how I can score. And a lot of courses around here will really test you. They will test you. So anyway, my goals have remained the same. So I think I've talked about goals on here before, but for me, I'm curious to hear what other people have to say about this as well. You can go out and you can go out and compete. There's several different tours that you can play on. Um, whether you're local here in the Philadelphia area or just throughout, there's national tours like amateur tours and all that stuff. Some of them are great, some of them are maybe not so great. But what I found is that I was putting like way too much pressure on myself to go out and win all the time. And I have the mentality that I'm going to go out and play the best golf that I can play. But I feel like as I'm going out and trying to shoot for a score, um, it's a different kind of pressure for me. So I've kind of I'm trying to abate that. I'm trying to get away from the pressure of playing golf because I want to play golf because it's fun because I love to do it. But at the same time, I want to play golf because I want to get better at golf. I have expectations that I can shoot under par. That's a goal. That's not a goal for this year for 2024. A goal for 2024 is to be a single digit handicap. And I'm really close. I'm actually at 10.0 right now. And that's with playing. I just shot a 97 at Iron Valley in Lebanon, PA. And let me tell you, that course is just an absolute. It's just an absolutely fun course. It's really, really well maintained. Um, the pace of play is fast. I'll have a video coming out on that too. I got to play with two of my favorite golf people, and even outside of golf, these guys are really, really great people. Shane and Brian, and I had a great day, really great day playing. Um, I know the course. I just made some bad decisions. So anyway, um, the competitive golf piece. I don't mind going out and competing against someone that's right in my group. The problem I'm having right now is that when I'm competing with people that are not in my group or are playing in a separate day, I'm struggling with that right now just in my mind because there's certain things that are happening that, I'm not happy about. I'm confused about. Now, look, I'm a true competitor, but at the end of the day, when I when there are questionable things happening, scoring wise, and maybe you identify something scoring wise, and something just doesn't sit well. It's like I don't want to put too much pressure on myself because again, I don't play golf for a living. This is all fun for me. The podcast, the YouTube stuff, it's all fun for me. But at the end of the day, I need to do what I want to do, and that's work with my coach, and work with my friends, and work with the community in which I belong at the Scramble House. Just really to get better, and that's the goal. That's always been the goal. And I can go out and shoot a 75, and then a week later or a day later play a course that's easier or harder. It doesn't matter, and shoot a 95. They're tough for me. So one of the things you won't get here is talk about professional golf because there's enough of that. There's way too much of that. It's like professional sports talk radio. I've said this over and over. It's just not my thing. I just want to go and really just find the most fun golf courses I can, meet as many people as I can, play with as many like-minded people as I can, and just have fun. I'm not doing this for a living. My expectations are not that this turns into something where it can create massive income for me. That would be cool if it does, but if it doesn't, that's okay. So again, just getting back to why it is that I play. Yeah, I love to compete, but I can compete with myself. And I think I've talked about that as well on this podcast and maybe even in my YouTube videos, that my goal is to beat me. I'm trying to beat myself. And at the end of the day, if my handicap is going the wrong way, it's not because of the methodology. It's not because of what I'm being taught. It's not about, the people around me. It's really about just execution. And for me, I am trying to execute at the highest level that I can. So yeah, I have some really great people I've been connected with. I'm just really trying to be around people that are like-minded. And I'm not trying to put pressure on myself when I see things that don't sit well with me as far as scoring goes on certain days. So, that being said, I'm not too far into this podcast, but again, I'm not going to make it really long. but that's what's been going on. I've been playing a lot of golf. I have to travel a little bit with work, which is great. It's fantastic, and sometimes I'm able to squeeze in 9 holes, and sometimes I can't, and that's completely okay. My priorities are very straight right now. I'm in a really good spot. The Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort video series for me, and I'll say this straight up, is that I tried to be something that was not authentic to me, and that was an eye opener for me. That was just literally when I was standing trying to do like an intro to the video. I couldn't get it done because it felt less than genuine. Although the message I'm trying to convey is the same thing. I'm just not trying to overly produce anything. It's just not for me. The overly produced things. I'm not an editor. I'm not a videographer. I'm not a photographer. But there are some really cool things that I want to do. There's cool places I want to go. But it's just going to end up being the same kind of content that will improve. It'll evolve over time. But I tried to do something. I challenged myself, and in my mind and on paper, everything looked great. And then when it comes down to it, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't like it wasn't genuine. And that's the most important thing. If things get to a point where it doesn't feel genuine to me, I'm just going to stop. I can still play golf, but I'm not going to pressure myself in any way when it comes to this, other than trying to go out and shoot the best scores that I can. All I can say is I am way better than I was when I last had a podcast in April. I've played a lot of golf. I've played a lot of really good, fun courses. I've played some traps. Now, that's another thing I'll talk about here. If you're going to go play golf, you need to be aware of where you're going, right? I played some courses and have had to pay like 85, 87, $90 to play, and they're $50 courses. And certain times during the month or certain events are being held at a course, the prices are clearly being jacked up. And I'm not saying the courses aren't fun to play. I'm just saying the quality of course is not on par, no pun intended, with the rates that they're charging. And the other thing is, I'm seeing a lot of this, a lot of traction around this, is that, you know, if one person if one person pays to play 18 and a cart, and another person pays for 18 and a cart, they have to share the cart. Why is the cart fee the same? That makes no sense to me. I also see courses that are still charging walking or trail fees. Like to walk on the course, you're going to charge someone money to play and walk on the course. It's just like just include it in your cost, right? Riding or walking. That's it. You can bring whatever you want to bring, do it how you want to do it. That's it. But I'm seeing golf courses being greedy. And with the economy being really not great, um, and by the way, it's an election year, so things will probably get better before they even get really good, or they'll get really, really worse than what they've been. So again, outside of the political spectrum, there's so many things that are just I went and played at a local course, and I failed to check my golf bag, and I think I had 3 golf balls left. So I was like, let me just buy 3 more. I'm good. I'm not losing as many as I have in the past. And when I do, it's basically because I bounce it off a cart path, or it hits a rock or something. So um you know so I bought a sleeve of balls. I guess maybe it was four balls. I think 4 balls in a sleeve. They charged me $16 for 4 golf balls. And they weren't Pro V1s. They were TP, I think TP5s. But $16. I get a dozen Pro V, or not. I would never hit Pro Vs. Pro Vs feels like rocks to me. That's the only reason. It's not that I don't like them. Pro Vs are very hard golf balls to me. But I play the seed 02s, right? That's what works for me. I can get a dozen. When I buy 4 dozen for $100, I get a dozen for $25. And in my opinion, they're just as good, if not better for me, right? I did a lot of testing. So anyway, I digress. So yeah, we have courses that are jacking up prices. And I will say this, Montgomery County, PA, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, is very densely populated with golf courses. And a lot of them are, we'll say, a little pricey. Um, Depends on what time of the day you go. You can also get a Groupon. You can get golf grouper or grouper golf or group golf or something like that. Or you can go to Golf Now and get a deal of the day. So there's a lot of opportunities to go out and do it, but or go out and not have to spend a ton of money. But I'm going to shout out a course here on this channel and on this podcast. And I implore anyone in the area, and even if you're not in the area, to go check it out. The golf course is called Landis Creek. It's in Limerick, Pennsylvania. Limerick, Pennsylvania. This is a course that used to be called Limerick Golf Course, and it was a trap. You want to talk about like very little irrigation. There was some, the tee boxes. And anyone who's plays golf knows, if you go and you have to hit a ball on top of your tee to get into the ground, or whatever the case is, it just is not advantageous, right? You could hit a drive and it would go 500 yards because it was like an airplane tarmac. It was very low grass, if grass at all. Now, Landis Creek, outstanding. It's the best value in Montgomery County. I played it, I think, 2 or 3 times in one weekend. I've been playing it for over 20 years, 25 years, I guess, about 25 years. And it was in the best shape I've ever seen it. And the people are way nicer now than they've ever been. Really challenging. Some holes are really challenging, some not so much. But yeah, absolutely great value. Again, Landis Creek in Limerick, PA. If you're in the area, you find a deal, you should go play it. I can't guarantee now because there are all kind of, it's been what seems to be 15,000 degrees and 7,000% humidity for the last 2 to 3 weeks. But there's still a lot of great value here in the area. So yeah, that's been kind of a thing for me, is some of these courses that I've been playing on competitively are not worth the money. I'll say that loud, and I will say it often. But I don't say it, the organizers, it's what they do. I think they're doing a great job. They're doing what they have to do. But to pay that kind of money for courses, I'm just not going to do it. And most of them, the ones I'm talking about, are like an hour away from my house. So I just go play locally for $70 at Jeffersonville Golf Club in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Is one of the top 10 courses in Pennsylvania. It's like $70 to play, $72 to play. It's superb. So anyway, yeah, leading into so let's stick on the pricing, right? So the pricing of golf, the costs of golf. Those of you who have watched my watch my podcast and also my YouTube channel, know that I'm a value guy, right? That's why I hit Seed golf balls. They perform just as good, if not better. Let me say this. The Seed golf balls, the 02s that I play, perform better than any ball that I've ever played, ever. And that's just for me. Now you can go check them out. And I encourage you to do that, right? There's a lot of golf balls out there, but the, value proposition and just like flat out cost, it makes sense. So the other side is, I'm still hitting a Ram FX 77s. Ram Golf is, they have some really nice stuff out. McGregor Golf, they're in the same portfolio. There's Ben Hogan. They're putting some new products out as well. Again, same portfolio. Really great people. Just trying to bring back the old school names with newer technology, and they're doing it. I don't know if I had talked about it here or not, but I got a new driver. I got a Tour Exotics. I believe it's a C723. It's really low spin. It is just such a confidence booster. So again, I like to share what I use because I'm very unconventional when it comes to what clubs I'm actually using, which brands I'm using. I really just use what works for me. Next up for me is a putter. But again, I feel like this podcast is getting too long, but I'm going to finish with this. When you talk about prices on a golf course and the costs of playing golf, I have found that playing in the mornings on a Saturday, I'm a big Saturday golfer. Saturday is my day to do whatever I want to do for fun. Sundays I just kind of hang out. I've been playing more Sunday golf though, so maybe as I'm getting older, it's changing. But anyway, one of the things that I've noticed is that I can go out in the morning and play and pay $85 for a round of golf, or I can go out in the afternoon around 3:30, 4 o'clock and pay $50. You know what the difference is for me? It's the people that go to play golf early on a Saturday morning and want to rush through the damn day like it's like their day is going somewhere. If you don't have time to go play golf, don't go play golf. If your significant other is busting your shoes because you want to go play golf, I mean, you're already there. Just take your time. Like, I know we all have commitments, but like, I've been out and people are like, "Oh, I have to hurry up and finish," or they'll leave with like 4 holes left. Oh, I have to get going. Well, you shouldn't have planned it, right? So then, if I'm in that group, I'm feeling rushed. I'm hearing their phone ring. I'm hearing them talk to their significant other. Oh, I'll be home soon. Oh, I told you it was like I don't want to hear that. Like, go out and play golf. Like, just go out and play golf. So I don't deal with that in the afternoons. In the afternoons at 3 o'clock, the people that are out there are like, I already did. Like, I'll get up. Me personally, I'll get up. I'll cut my grass in the morning, take a shower, hang out, have some lunch, whatever, and then go out. Then go out and play golf. It's just what I do. And that works easier for me. And then also at the same time, I am doing some video recording, but I have stopped that completely in morning rounds because people, number one, are in a hurry. The Rangers push people off 6 to 7 minutes in between tee times, which again, that's a whole other. I need to have someone on who's either a starter or an owner of a golf club so I can understand why they do that. But yeah, so anyway, I'll go out and play in the afternoons. It's a lot easier. And when I'm done, it's maybe around 8 o'clock. It's still nice out, still sunny. Just put the music on, put the windows down, drive home, maybe pick up some food, come home and have some dinner. But again, I know everyone's schedules are different, but I see the frustration. I see the backups in the morning. And by the way, a morning round that starts at 8 o'clock, it could be very well a 6 hour round, right? So when I play at 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'm done in 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours. So technically I'm spending less time on a golf course than the people that are in a hurry. But anyway, I have a lot to talk about. It's been too long. So we had May, June. So I guess it's been about 8 weeks, maybe 8 to 10 weeks since I've put a podcast out. Shout out to the Golfer Gang Network. Again, just if you get a chance, go check out Golfer Gang Network. And check out the website. You can see there's a ton of golf content on there. Really good interviews, really great podcasters on there. Reaching out to some really, really interesting guests. I know I keep using the word really, but it's I appreciate Jeff. I appreciate you, putting this whole thing together and allowing us a platform to talk. So anyway, that's it for right now. I've talked for quite a bit. I don't even know how long it's been, but yeah, again, thank you so much for listening. I'm going to try to get more of these out because my schedule's changed a little bit. Yeah, I'm working on a new studio space as well. So I'll definitely have some more time, a dedicated space. Not that my space right now is terrible, but it's going to be stepped up a notch a little bit because of this and my other podcast. So anyway, again, this is John, the bumbling golfer here, episode number 13. It's been a while, but I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you sticking around. And be sure to go to acornhillsco.com. Use the code Bumble15 for 15% off your entire order. Also, if you get a chance, there's a company out there. I don't get anything from it, but I will say because I use it. Go check out Caddy Splash as well. They have a club cleaning tool that is probably the most innovative, simple design you could ever imagine, and they don't charge a ton of money for it, which is fantastic. I have a few of them. I'll be doing a giveaway. I'll be doing a giveaway. I apologize. I just burped on the microphone, but that's what you get. And then yeah, so anyway, again, episode 13, the Bumbling Golfer here. This is John. Thanks again for listening. Have a great day, morning, or night, everyone. Stay safe and you know, go hit some hosel rockets into the woods. See ya.